Hey ladies and gentlemen, Steven here from Redolessence. Welcome back to another video. I am joined by my friend Chris once again. Chris has a channel called Casual Fragrances. I will drop a link for it down below in the description box. And here he brought his bottle of the Imaginary Authors fragrance, In Love with Everything. We're going to be giving you our thoughts on this release from the brand, so make sure to stay tuned. Now, before we begin today's episode and we tell you all about In Love with Everything, of course, you already did a review on this one, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to drop a link to Chris's review down below so you can definitely check out his independent thoughts on it. This one is called In Love with Everything, and I love the brand Imaginary Authors. Everything from Cape Heartache to Mosaic. There are so many from the brand. A City on Fire. They just put out really creative compositions. But before we jump into the video, I do want to mention that if you're a fan of fragrance-related content, hit subscribe, hit the bell, and also give this video a thumbs up for the algorithm. It would really mean a lot to me. So I know this is available at Perfumology, right?
Correct.
So if you're interested in picking this up, they do have Imaginary Authors there. Basically, the owners of the brand, who is Near Guy and his mother, they are fantastic. They will take really, really good care of you. They are located in the historic district of Philadelphia in Pennsylvania, and I love visiting them whenever I'm in the area. So since you are the honorary guest today, and this is your bottle at the end of the day, what are your thoughts on In Love with Everything?
So this fragrance here is definitely a great uplifting scent. Has notes of coconut in it, right? This fragrance here, to me, I get more of a fruit punch vibe. Like fruit punch, like Kool-Aid back in the day. You kind of get that vibe. It's definitely sweet. It definitely has a nice bit of coconut. It's definitely a nice fragrance. I would even say slightly, maybe a little bit of a tropical feel, but not a full-on tropical fragrance. This fragrance does got a comment. So my fiance's sister, Karen, she wore the fragrance. We were going to a wedding, and she got a comment before she got to the wedding, and she got several comments at the wedding. And the fragrance I wore, I got no comments. So it is what it is, right?
What were you wearing?
I was wearing, what was I wearing? I think I was wearing my Creed Viking, I think, which is weird because I love Viking, but it's okay. I mean, hey, this is a new fragrance, and it does garner compliments, and it was on a woman, so it might smell a little better on the female than the male, but it's a fantastic scent. You guys should definitely check it out, though.
Yeah, I definitely see what Chris is saying. You know, it has a bit of that fruity tropical vibe. Like he said, there's coconut in here. There's a little bit of a cheat sheet on the back of the bottle here, which I really appreciate. Citrus pulp, raspberry, an imaginary note of stardust, which is pretty cool. Tropical punch. Yeah, so this is going to be quite fruity and sweet and saccharine. And I do definitely get the raspberry. And I think for me personally, just off this test strip, and I have tried this one, I think, at the boutique, I am getting more raspberry than coconut. And coconut for me can be quite milky and lactonic, and I'm not getting a whole lot of that here. But yes, I do get that sort of a Kool-Aid tropical punch high C vibe about it. So I can see how this one is kind of nostalgic, kind of like bringing us back to our youth, and I like it. I like it a lot.
It's really good, and it's pleasant, and you know what? It can be a unisex fragrance because my fiance Kelly wears it as well. Like, we both put a dent in this bottle, which is crazy, right? I have a lot of fragrances, and we both wear this fragrance, which is very nice, and it's affordable. It's around $105, and you know, niche fragrances are $200-$300 nowadays, and this is very affordable, and it comes with a little small sample of another fragrance from the brand as well when you buy this. So you're getting the fragrance you want, and you're getting a mystery fragrance sample that you might buy another fragrance later. Pretty cool.
That is really cool, and I'm glad that the perfumer and founder of the brand, Josh Myers, kept with that. I know with the older presentations, you used to have to like open a flap somewhere, and it was like hidden in there.
Yeah, I remember that.
But now it's like kind of conspicuous. It's out in the open. But how did you get your box signed?
Oh, they had an event last year for Josh Myers. He came there, and he was going on a little tour for the fragrance, and he signed my bottle, which was nice.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, because I just noticed that when I was looking at it. I'm like, wait, that's Josh Myers' signature. On the back it says thank you. That's cool.
Pretty cool. They have a lot of amazing fragrances. He talked about a few. I think one of my favorites I need to buy is Saint Jewel. Love it with the mint. It's a beautiful scent, guys. And I do like Telegramma. Telegramma is a nice, fresh, laundry detergent fragrance. That's fantastic. If you like those fresh and linen type of fragrances, it's very a good one. You should definitely check that one as well.
Yep. And if you like vanilla, Memoirs of a Trespasser is amazing. And I think Mosaic is discontinued.
I think that one got discontinued, I think.
Yeah. I think it was brought back very briefly, but...
Yeah, I know he does have... Sometimes he releases an old fragrance every year or so for limited release, and once it's gone, it's gone.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, he has a lot of fragrances you guys should definitely check out. This one here currently is great. It's their newest release, and I feel like anybody would buy this fragrance would like this scent. I don't think there's not one person that wouldn't like this.
I think so too, especially if you're an aficionado of books and you want to have a few of these lined up on your shelf or whatever. I think the aesthetics and the presentation is very, very nice. But hey, thank you for bringing your bottle over and giving me the opportunity to talk about it on my channel, and for joining me as a guest. I really appreciate it, Chris.
So I know people want to know about performance. So for me, easy 8 hours. I had no complaints.
Really?
Projection, maybe like an hour or so. It doesn't have the biggest projection, but it does last on skin for a fresh, fruity type of coconut and tropical fragrance. It does last a good amount of time, which is a good thing.
Yeah, and I can imagine this being like in the vein of 7 to 8 hours. It's certainly a lot stronger than a lot of other fragrances that I've encountered. And, you know, for that price point that you mentioned, I think getting a perfume with a really nice presentation, great performance, and the craftsmanship behind it, I love what Imaginary Authors is doing. So kudos to Josh and the brand. Keep up the great work. And thank you all at home so much for joining us today. Really appreciate it. Once again, Chris's information is going to be down below. Thanks again for being on the channel, Chris. I really appreciate it. So thank you for watching. If you took anything of value from today's episode, hit subscribe, hit the bell, and give this video a thumbs up. Thanks again for watching. Love you all. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.